Friend of the show, an autism advocate, Ben, and his mom, Sandy, teamed up to write their version of what life is like. It's called Swinging from the Chandelier.
And I just hit myself in the face with
your book. You're telling me to get it together.
I got to get it together. Hi, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Good to see you, Ben. Good to see you, Sandy.
Appreciate it.
The book is really cool, but the name of it is Swinging from the Chandelier. And the cover, if you look at it closely, this is your house, right? Is that the dining room?
That's our dining room.
And you were
swinging from that chandelier.
Oh my God.
What?
At what age?
3.
So Ben was 3, and he was that kind of kid, if you didn't know where he was, you better find him. And so I was looking for him, and he was standing on my dining room table, swinging from this chandelier, and I said to myself, if you ever write a book, you have your title. So I've had that title for 21 years.
Wow.
And the second part of it is finding joy in the journey through autism.
Yeah.
And because happiness is really dependent on circumstances, but joy is that peace in the midst
When
of
were you
circumstances.
diagnosed?
I went at age 2.
At 2?
Age 2.
Yes.
And a year later, you're swinging from
Yes.
chandeliers.
Like a roller coaster.
Just having a grand time.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the book is so good.
Thank you.
And the first thing I noticed was your table of contents, right? And it starts with, I wonder. These are all the things you've wondered about since the diagnosis.
Correct.
Now, here's one. I'll just take one here. I wonder if I can put him on a bus at 3.
At 3.
These are things that you have to think through.
Thank goodness he was my 3rd. I could have never done it if he was my 1st. You know, that firstborn child, you just never know what you're doing. By the time it was my 3rd, I knew he'd be safe, and he had the best experience with wonderful teachers. But 3 years old, imagine putting a 3-year-old on a bus 5 days a week. But he needed it.
Yeah, for sure. That socialization is definitely important.
Oh, look at me at
And
Darty
also,
Park.
Look at you.
Oh my God.
Look at that kiss.
There is joy.
There is joy.
You've had a lot of joy in your life because of Ben.
That's true.
Yeah.
And part of that is, people, they see the highlight reels, right? This is all the wonderful things, and he's accomplished so much, and we're so thrilled and so proud of him. And yet, there were dark days and hard days, and that's what we're really hoping that the book will tell people that there is hope, there's resources available, there's support, and we always found that at just the right moment when we were up against the block, that God brought just the right person into our life to help us through the next step. And we're hoping that we can be that person for somebody else.
So books helped you.
Oh, absolutely.
Back when he was 3 or 2, whatever.
When he was swinging from the chandelier.
Yeah, and now you're passing it on.
Yes.
That's all. Let me look at another wonder that you had.
Yeah.
There's just one after the other. Will Ben be able to make friends?
It
was very
That was
hard
a
for me to
concern,
make friends.
right?
It was very hard.
And how is it today?
It's okay. You know, I'm so thankful for my jobs and stuff, and it's just really hard to make friends. You know, I want to be able to make a lot of friends.
It's something people on the spectrum really struggle with, and deep friendships, right? So Ben feels that.
Why is that a struggle?
Shared experiences are hard to find. A lot of them don't know how to reciprocate in conversation, and so they're just much into themselves, and so it's just hard to have that back and forth when a friendship develops and needs. And then the difference between an acquaintance and a friendship. There was a story where Ben wanted to meet somebody from the internet, and he's like, but he's my friend. I'm like, but you don't know that.
Well, we've become friends because of Twitter, I think.
Yes.
I think that's where we first met.
We met on Eagle's Autism.
Oh, that's right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let me do one more. Come on. Will
The top one.
Will Ben ever be able to drive a car?
So this was not my vision. I didn't know that it would ever happen, but my husband, shout out to Glenn, he just knew that would free him up. And I called myself Uber Mommy. I drove him everywhere, you know, and I would go to amusement parks with him because 17-year-old really wants to be with their mom, and he needed a ride.
Can he hold a job?
Right. And he got his driver's license, and he works.
Yeah,
and so he's really been successful.
Good for you.
It's a great book. Where do we get it?
Thank you. So I want to give a shout out to my son Dan, who designed the cover, and he did all the formatting for the book.
Nice.
And Michael Albright was our wonderful editor. It's exclusively available on our website, so that's the only place you can get it, benergy1.com. And our website also has wonderful resources. There's a resource page on there. There's a blog on there. So we just really, again, hope that people will find great information from that.
Get it.
I just want to say one thing. I started my own company.
Excuse me?
You started your own company.
What's the name of it?
Benergy One Presentations.
And what's it do?
I talk to schools, businesses, and organizations about autism, awareness, inclusion, and kindness.
Oh, Ben, that's awesome. Congrats.
So,
Back up.
again, after he was on the Ellen Show, people wanted him to come tell his story, and then he said, I really want to do this full time, so we developed that for him to be able to do it.
Yay.
So, again, on our website, you can go to the booking tab if that would work for you.
Congratulations.